So, dude. So what's going on, everybody? Today is Sunday, which is the return of The Walking Dead. Anyways, so I just want to clarify a few things with you guys. I upload video. My dad is cutting some stuff back there. So I upload videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 2 days in between, just to kind of give me things to do, to provide some content, you know, sharing with you guys. So the last video you guys saw was the Inspire USA Year 6 meet. That was last Sunday, a week ago, and it was released on Friday. So in between last Sunday to Friday, I didn't do anything between those days because honestly I don't have any like money to buy stuff to continue building the stuff that I am trying to build, like my CRX, to get ready for next season racing. So no money, no work, no content. Unless like I'm doing random videos like this one. With that being said, I didn't do anything between those days to kind of get everybody caught up. Like usually when you guys see a video release on one of those 3 days, the content was recorded a week prior. So I'm a week ahead of everybody seeing the video. So now with not me doing anything in between those days, this video is going to kick out on Monday, and now you guys will be fast forwarded and you know, up to date with what it is that I'm doing. So going back to one of the questions, or one of the few questions that get commonly, is that I no longer work at Tesla. And that's true. Yes, I left Tesla a couple months ago, and I mentioned that or I mentioned a hint of it in my last video, saying that I missed my job. With not having a job obviously gives me more time to produce content, and that's why you guys been seeing me kick out more videos than I ever did. So no more job at Tesla. And again, yes, I do miss my job, but you know, I just couldn't deal with the way things were ran over there. Excessive labor is one thing, and other people may argue with that fact of excessive labor because they're not in the department that I was working at. But I'm not trying to get into it. I don't work there anymore, and I currently don't work now, just relying off of fabricating charge pipe, down pipes, and stuff like that for customers like this one here. So you know, YouTube, I don't make anything off of YouTube, honestly. It's like maybe $100 every 3-4 months. That's just the way it is. I don't know why. But so with me relying on, you know, side jobs and stuff like that, it's so inconsistent that at this point I'm really just like broke. Videos may kind of slow down just because with inconsistent income that I get here, I apply for a few jobs, and if I land a job, the channel's going to slow down, and I apologize for that right now. So yeah, that's the current situation. So with that being said, this is the motor for the CRX that I wanted to get up and running for next season. Unfortunately, well, it's not unfortunate because I have 2 blocks and they're both up for sale. The reason why they're both up for sale is because I am perfectly fine running either one of these 2 engines in my car. Other motor that was 3.5 years old, turbo with piston rod setup, no block guard, stock sleeve, lasted 2 seasons and a lot of years of daily driving. This is the same exact build, except it now has a block guard, so I would trust this all day long. A CSS is somewhat of the same, except it's a bigger insert into the block instead of a short 1/2 inch or whatever that is. So this block is up for sale, that block is up for sale. So quickly going through all of this. This is a B18c1 block. It has a Supertech block guard, stock sleeve, 81.5mm. I'm sorry if I'm talking kind of fast. Really don't want to produce long ass videos like I usually do in all my other videos, and I hope you guys can keep up. So stock sleeves, Supertech block guard, 81.5mm. It has Crowder rods with Arias pistons. I got the box right there, spec sheet right here. It's got King bearings, LS crank, so it's like a stroker, more torque, I guess you would say. It has King bearings, OEM ITR oil pump, water pump, timing belt. It's got OEM, you know, oil pan gasket with Moroso oil pan, and I will include the fitting for a -10 so you guys can return the drain back. It has new rear main seal. 0 miles, brand spanking new motor. It comes with all, you know, the sensors, water pipe, alternator brackets, and everything like so. This mount is for, I think, is an EK, I'm not sure, but busted crank because that's all I had. But I'm asking $2 grand for this. I spent 26. My loss is your gain. And then this one is an LS block, which has 1,500 miles. No studs is included because this is brand new, and that's for one of the 2 motors I'm going to be running. CSS block insert, 81.5 mil pistons, Supertech 10.5 to 1. This is 10 to 1, so this is GSR spec. You can run it as a GSR motor, non-force inducted or force inducted, but 10 to 1 compression piston. This one is Supertech 10.5 to 1 with Eagle rods, King bearings, LS crank, ACO race pump, timing belt, water pump, main seal, all that's been changed out. This has 1,500 miles as mentioned, and this motor ran fine. I took it apart because the cylinder head that was on there blew the seals out, and I told myself that if I was going to pull this motor out again or modify it again or change or fix whatever again, that I would just sell the head and do a built head. So the built head is right here. Port and polish, Pro 1 cams, all that goodness, finally. But I don't have all the funds to finish it, to slap it on one of these 2 blocks to get the CRX up and running for next season. So one of these 2 block has to go. Complete short block, no trans, no nothing, whatever. But 2K picked up Bay Area, or I could ship at buyer's expense. Same goes for that block. That one's selling for 1,800. Picked up or ship at buyer's expense. So that's that. If I sell one of those 2 right there, that will help fund the CRX turbo build to be out and about next season. What I also have up for sale is my Desmond Rega Masters. So I bought this a few years ago, and I completely rebuilt it. You know, powder coated, new stickers, new valve stems, new tires and such. So over the years, since it was a daily wheel, it has a little chip here and there from like lug nuts and stuff dropping, but overall a clean set of Desmond Rega Masters. They are 16x7 plus 45. Unfortunately 4x114.3, which is not a big deal because I'm including 25 mil spacers in the back, 15 in the front, so you can run it on your Honda just like I have. And the whole myth of like, you know, spacers messing up your wheel bearing, my wheel bearings are perfectly fine in the last 3 years. So I'm selling those for 1,700 and can ship at buyer's expense. But it's time for them to go because I am now rocking the spoons, which is why I bought the Desmonds, because I couldn't find the spoons. But since I got the spoons now, Desmond's got to go. So hit me up on my media, DM, PMs, and serious inquiries only, because I'm really not about the whole having to re-explain after already explaining specs and details about my selling items. So serious inquiries only. Hit my medias in the description below and let me know if you guys are interested and we can work out a deal. So as some may know, on Facebook for the most part, I am selling the 4-door, my mom's car, and I have friends of a friend that's interested in buying the car, and I'm going to be detailing it soon. It's an 89 LX clean title automatic, given the fact that it's my mom's car, and runs and drive for 500 bucks. We bought it for 5, reselling it for 5. It's been maintenance. I did the water pump, time belt, all them shenanigans. It just has a leaky oil pan because it has a pigtail on it. But aside from that fact, the car runs cherry. So for 500 bucks just to get back what we spent, she already done this deed for my mom because she now drives an Odyssey. That car is going. But when I told people that I got to put up the sedan for sale, some people were confused. Some people knew it was my mom's car I was talking about. But in some of my other videos, some people kind of guessed it right. Some people didn't even know. But this car is also up for sale. Yes, this is my other 4-door. I bought this one a couple months ago with the intentions of building this 4-door, and if you remember, this car was up for sale. Getting this car ready for next season. But I didn't expect to like leave my job sooner than I did, so Still holding on to the car with the fact of thinking that I can still build this car if I had sold this car. This car didn't sell because I set a price so high that I knew people wouldn't pay it, because this car is already set up for the turbo motor, fuel system, engine bay, the cage, all that stuff. And I had just smogged it, California guys, California. I had just smogged this car, so I'm good for 2 years, and I was like, if I sold it, I'm taking a fat loss. So I was supposed to sell the CRX, put the money towards this car to get it all prepped up for, you know, high horsepower and such. But leaving my job, no more income really to continue building this car, and I ended up keeping this car. So I am in no position to build this car with no funds. So now because months later I still have this hoopty, I got this car for sale. So if you guys are interested, this is an 88 Civic sedan, clean title, DX. Interior can use some loving. I will definitely clean the shit out of this interior before sale, but it does have its back seats all torn up, driver seats all torn up. Interior is mostly clean. It's got OEM rear floor mats, but not the front. It has all weather in the front. Body has maybe 3 dents on it, and definitely peeling, or not peeling, it's gone. There's no more clear in here. But I got this car for sale. There's no motor in here. I bought it with a blown motor, which I pulled out and stuck it right here in the backyard. It has no compression whatsoever. It has a new head on it, so I think maybe rings, because the piston, I can DJ on that shit. That piston had a lot of play. So I'm selling this car for $500, paid all back fees. It's under my name, and it's clean title. $500 shell as is, or I mean bone diggity stock, like stock suspension, stock everything. Or I can sell it for $800 with the motor for my CRX. So it'll be a running car, possibly with the eBay exhaust, which is currently on this car, and possibly the busy motor header is going with it, or PLM. So you can drive it off my driveway. So yeah guys, I've kind of been hiding this from you guys a lot, but